And now we're turning to turkeys. Both the Illinois and Iowa DNRs need your help with the annual Wild Turkey Brood Survey. Believe it or not, recording your turkey sightings is a huge help to scientists. So earlier, we caught up with the DNR about just how important and easy this survey is. We are joined by Luke Garber, the Illinois DNR Wild Turkey Program Manager. Luke, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll get to the survey in a second, but I want to talk about why you do this in the summertime. I guess I think of like when birds might be hatching or having their nests as the springtime, but is that
Yeah.
not the case here?
So with wild turkeys, their reproductive season, so when males and females are getting together, that's happening right in the spring. And that's about the time that our hunting season occurs too. And that's when people are hearing the males or the toms gobbling. You're seeing the big puffed out displays by the males and everything. And then hens, they start laying eggs about the third week of April in Illinois, and they'll lay about one egg at a time, and sometimes just one egg a day for the period of 10 to 14 days until they lay their entire clutch, which is a whole group of eggs. And it's at that point that she will start incubating them around the clock, and then they'll hatch. Usually around June 1st in Illinois that eggs are hatching, and that's when the young ones are out and about. And that's why our brood survey, our wild turkey survey, runs in the summertime.
All right, so how does it work? How can regular people get involved?
Sure. So it's really easy. All we're asking is for folks when they're out and about in the country or even on the edge of town and they see any turkeys to just log online and report every bird they see. And there's categories of adult female birds, adult male birds, and young birds. And then there's if you're not sure what you're looking at, but you know you're seeing a turkey, there is an unknown category too, and we even want to hear about those as well.
Why do you care about all of this? Why is this so important to the DNR?
Sure. So this survey is really our best way of measuring reproductive success for wild turkeys, and that is that's a major component of population trends. Birds like turkeys, pheasants, quail, they see a lot of booms and busts from many different factors, from insect availability, weather, and of course, habitat as well. So we like to monitor that. And that helps us manage not only the hunting seasons, but where we focus on habitat management and things like that too.
What sort of trends have you been able to glean from the data? Because you've been doing this for a couple of years now.
Yeah. So this survey's actually been running since the 1980s. So it's pretty cool to have such a long-term collection of data. And overall, we've seen a decline in reproductive success. A lot of those super high numbers were when we were still actively restoring the populations of wild turkeys in Illinois. And so they were kind of in that boom cycle. They've been slowly declining over time. But in 2019 is when we really saw the lowest metric of reproductive success we've seen throughout the survey. And it was about that time that I switched over from doing a physical postcard mailed to people to this electronic survey. And that's helped us get the word out more. You know, as trends are heading downward, we really wanted to get a careful, close look at this survey. And so I'm happy to report that since 2019, we've seen an increase in reproductive success every year.
Okay, so this is something where people shouldn't be watching this and think, oh my gosh, turkeys are disappearing in
Right.
Illinois.
Yeah, so it's kind of been a national phenomenon that turkey populations have declined over time, but it looks like we're coming out of that hole a little bit. But turkeys definitely still need to be monitored. It's important to keep track of their populations. It's important to always be, for our agency and for land managers, to be improving their habitat quantity and quality as well.
All right, last question for you. If people want to get out and go look for some turkeys to participate in this survey around our area, Eastern Iowa, Western Illinois, where would you suggest to go look?
So this time of year, if you're really looking for hens with the poults, which are the young birds, they're going to be trying to find areas with wildflowers and weeds and that kind of thing. That's where the insect populations are going to be the highest. So the edges of woods, the edges of ag fields, roadside ditches, that type of thing, cemeteries, parks, that kind of stuff. But anytime you're outside of town, you've got a decent shot at seeing turkeys.
All right. And you guys want to hear all about
That's
it.
right.
Luke, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate this.
Thanks for having me.
Now we have a link to the online survey for both Iowa and Illinois up on our website. Just click on the As Seen on TV tab at the top of the homepage.